We just do not go into the store and buy a pack or a pair of curtains and assume that it's going to give us a luxurious look on our windows. When the package shows that sumptuous looking curtain on the package, it's just to catch your eyes, right? Hello everyone, my name is Valrine. Welcome back to my channel, the place where we transform our houses into homes with practical and affordable decor and design. Now today we are going shopping for some curtains or maybe some draperies. Yeah, curtains or draperies. I say that because there is a distinction between curtains and draperies. Curtains are generally lighter and they're unlined. Draperies are generally heavier and they are lined. Now, most of the packaged pre-made curtains that we'll find will be unlined. Therefore, what I'm going to do in today's lesson is focus on curtains. So we'll just say curtains. Mark, whatever we do here can be used for your draperies. But for consistency throughout the lessons, I'm going to try to remember to just say curtains. Now, let's look at this outline on the whiteboard because I want us to go into the store equipped and ready to make the right purchase. So the first thing we need to consider is the function. What function do you want your curtains to have in your space? Now, I like to say windows are the eyes of our home, and we can either upplay them or we can downplay them. If we're going to upplay them, then we have to be prepared for them to be or to be a part of the focal point in the space, right? If we don't want them to be focal, then we have to downplay them, right? And so decide, do you want them to be the star or do you want them to be the supporting cast? We also can use our curtains for insulation for both hot and cold. So are we looking for some insulation value from our curtains? Consider that. Just like any other fabric that you have in a space, your curtains can also help with sound dampening. So it can dampen the sound in the space. It absorbs the sound. Anything fabric will absorb the sound. And so your space will be more cozy and your space won't sound echoey, right? So those are some functions. There are other functions that you can think of specifically for your place and what you want your curtains to do in your space. Now, the next thing we need to consider is the style that we're going out to buy. To begin with, the style that we are buying should at least coordinate, or it should speak to the style of our home or even the style within the space that we're buying the curtains for, right? Now, when I say style, I am talking specifically about the heading of the curtain. It can be a tunnel top or a rod pocket, as we call it. So you just put the rod through and gather the curtain panels on the rod, right? Can also be pleated, whether it's single, double, triple pleated, pencil pleated, partridge pleated. It can also be pleated, right? We can have hidden tabs, exposed tabs, grommets. So what do we want? We need to decide on the style of the curtains, and then we can go ahead and decide on our rods, right? Because the style of the curtain will dictate the type of rod that we buy and whether or not we need to get more hardware like rings and hooks, right, in order to hang our curtains. Wait though, because before we go out and we buy that rod, we need to go ahead and decide on where we want to place the rod. Which brings me to my other whiteboard. I'm old school. Yes, I am. So let's decide on the placement of our curtain rod. This is my wall. This is my window. This is my crown molding. The general rule of thumb is if you are going to take your curtain up to your crown, you should hang your curtains just about 2 inches down from the crown molding. If you are going to hang your curtains just above your window frame, then you would go 4 to 6 inches above the window frame. Generally, you do not want to just hang your curtain in space. Now, just for a visual, your 4 inches would be just about that high, and your 6 inches would be just about that high, which means that you don't have this big expanse of blank wall staring at you above your window. So what if I want to hang in just 2 inches from the crown molding? Am I not going to have a big blank wall? Well, it all depends on how high up your window is, right? If your window is lower from the ceiling, from the crown, then it means that you will have that big blank wall staring at you. In that regard, what I suggest doing is layer your window treatment. Consider putting on something like a Roman blind, install it underneath, which means that during the daytime or even nighttime, whenever you pull your curtains back, you can raise your blind, your Roman blind, just to the top of the frame here. And so instead of having the big blank wall staring at you, you will have something very pretty and interesting, and it adds more insulation value and also makes your window look more dressed, more sumptuous when it's layered, right? When you have layered window treatments. Now that we have spoken about, and it's worth mentioning now too, that usually you take your curtains just about a half an inch from your finished floor. That means your floor is all tiled, or you have hardwood, or you have carpet, whatever that is, that's your finished floor. So if you see a diagram and it has FF, like it's talking about finished floor. What we need to do here is to decide on the placement of the rod. Now, we already say that the style of the window treatment will dictate the type of rod. But before you go out and buy the rod, let's decide on the placement, because we want to make sure we get a rod that is long enough to span across the area where we want to cover. Let's say we want to install our rod 6 inches from the top of the window frame. The next thing we need to decide is how far off do we want to install the rod, right? And so let's say we need to provide for the stack back area, where the curtain stack back into that area when you open the curtains. And so we need to give it sufficient space to stack back so it's not sitting too much on the window and it's sitting just about on the frame of the window. So let's say we are going 8 inches off that side and 8 inches off this side. What we have to do is take from the 8 inches here, we have to go up to 6 inches. Let's just put a big dot here. And then we do the same thing here, 6 inches high. So our rod will sit from here to here, right? Now, what length rod do we need? Let's say our window is 48 inches wide, 24 and 24, right? 48 inches wide. We also have to consider our frame. Let's say our frame is 4 inches and 4 inches over here, right? What we have to do to get the length of our rod is to add 48 inches, which is the inside measurement of our window. Then we have to add our frame on both sides, which is 4 plus 4, 8. 2 8s are 16. 56 inches. But wait, because we want to go 8 inches off the window frame and 8 inches off the window frame. So these two, we need to add 2 8s or 16. Add that to the 56. 2 6s are 12. 72 inches. So our rod needs to be at least 72 inches long. So now we have the length of our rod that we need to get. We can go ahead and purchase our rod. And don't forget to get those finials, because those finials are the finishing touch, just like earrings are the finishing touch. To ladies who wear earrings, I do sometimes, I don't. I do drop sometimes. But anyways, that's beside the point, right? Now we have gone out and we have bought our rod. The next thing we're going to do is install our rod. We could install the rod before, or we could just buy the rod the same time when we go to buy the curtains, right? Because we now know that our rod needs to be 72 inches because that's at least, because that's the space we want to cover. Before we go shopping for our curtains, we need to measure from where we are installing the rod to within half an inch from the finished floor. Let's say it's 86 inches. That's the length of the curtains that we will be shopping for. Could be longer because you can do some hemming, right? But it shouldn't be shorter. Curtains should not be higher than a half an inch off the floor. It's not a good look, right? We want to do DIY. We want to buy from the store, but we want to make sure that when we hang those curtains, they look like they're professionally done, because we can. Let's go shopping. Now, we just do not go into the store and buy a pack or a pair of curtains and assume that it's going to give us a luxurious look on our windows. When the package shows that sumptuous looking curtain on the package, It's just to catch your eyes, right? It's not really what's going to happen to your window if you don't have the fullness in your curtains. And so buying one pack with 2 panels is not going to cut it to give you that look that they're showing you. They just want you to think about that look and you pick up that one package, and no, it's not going to work like that. So this is what we need to do in order to know how many packages we need to buy depending on the width of the curtains in the package, right? We need to decide on how full we want our curtains to be. The more fabric is the more fullness. The more fullness is the better insulation, is the better aesthetic appeal. And so I would suggest that you go with at least 2 times fullness, right? Which means that if you want to cover a space that is 72 inches, what you want to do is take that 72 inches and multiply by 2. 2 2s are 4 and 2 7s are 14. That's 144 inches. Now, yes, usually when you buy curtains in packages, they are listed in inches. So what you want to do is make sure that if the package says both curtain panels are 100 inches or 104, whatever inches wide, then it's going to be flat. And you can't buy a half a pack of curtains. So you will need to buy 2 packs of curtains, and then you will end up with 4 panels, which means that you can use all 4. The more the merrier. It will give you more folds and it will look more full, more luxurious, right? And so the point is, never assume when you go into the store. I heard about a 100 inches myth, I think it is called, where customers tend to assume that because the picture is there and the curtain panels are in the package, then they should fit the window. You're right. They may fit the window, but they look flat. So we need to do our times fullness and buy the number of packages that will give us that look and that function. And after we have done that, we have already decided on where we're going to install the rod, so we can come home, install our rod, hang our panels, and stand back and look at our work of art. Now, if you got value from this lesson, please give me some thumbs up, share, leave me a comment, and subscribe. Also, remember to turn on your bell notification so you will be notified of new videos. Can't wait to connect with you in another lesson.